Hello there, children. So in the previous video, we have learned about current, voltage, as well as resistance. Most of the time, what kills a person is actually the current. So in this video, we will learn how can electricity be used safely and responsibly. In this video, you will learn about the hazard. Hazard means the danger. Hazard means danger of using electricity in the following situation. When there is damaged insulation, overload circuit, as well as dam. What's the meaning of dam? Dam means wet condition. So some precautionary. What is precautionary? Things to do to prevent. Things we do to prevent. Then lastly, is about saving electricity as well as how we can use them responsibly. Alright? So electricity, if not used properly, can actually cause harm. Like the other day, I got an electrical shock on my hand because I touched the metal part. So my hand actually felt very numb for quite a long time. But I'm considered lucky because it can even kill a person. And in Singapore, the voltage of our main is 230 volt, but it is worth noting that even though it's considered high voltage and dangerous, it is not the thing that kills us. What kills us in electricity is actually the current. So some common hazard will be damaged insulation. Insulation, remember, is what, or is the plastic or rubber that protect us from the conductor. Overloaded circuit, that means we have too much plug into a circuit. Or dam condition, like I said, dam means wet condition. Even though water is not a good conductor, it does reduce the resistance. And you must know what caused them and the precaution that we can take. So if you have your textbook, please turn to page 119. You have this table down here. You write down, you draw a table and label them damaged insulation, overloaded circuit, and dam condition. Now, for damaged insulation, you can see the black color wrapping of a wire. Then here you have exposed wire. So why is it exposed? It can be due to wear and tear, overheating, or some sharp object that cuts the outer casing. What's the consequences? If someone touched the exposed part, they might get an electrical shock. Consequences means the negative effect. Then it might also cause short circuit. That means the electronic appliances might not work properly because it's not going to the component which you want to receive the electricity. So what we can do to help is to change the damaged wire by getting... an easier way would be actually to wrap it up with tape. If you ask me, that's what I do. But of course, getting help from an electrician. Actually, This precaution, it can be for everything. Okay, but whatever. Overloaded circuit, as you can see down here, is like so little hole but so many things is being plugged in. Like I said, plugging in of too many appliances to a single main. So the problem will be overheating due to large current that can cause fire. What we should do is one appliances plug into one main, or we need to install more power socket. Alright, but I think the install more power socket is quite stupid. So just plug in one appliances to one main. Then the last one, damp condition, like I said, is either the hand is wet or the place is wet. Like you pee on the power socket, then make it wet. And it will cause electrical shock or electrocution. Therefore, do not use the electronic appliances with wet hand or in a wet place, which is another word of saying dry our hand. Or make sure the electronic appliances is dry. Alright? There are some safety features that protect us against danger. First is CB, or circuit breaker. The reason why you are listening to this online lesson is because of circuit breaker. It is to cut off electricity when the current becomes too big, or when the number of COVID patients becomes too many, or too many you cannot trace. Then we have our circuit breaker, or our CB. So once there's too much current or too many COVID patients, we need to cut the current off so that people wouldn't get electrocuted, or that it wouldn't start a fire because the current is too big. Then in some electronic appliances, we have fuse. Fuse are actually wire. This one is actually wire that can melt. That cut off the electricity. So it will melt when the current becomes too big. So when the current becomes too big, the fuse will melt. So when this melt, it will become an open circuit. Then lastly, we have our earth wire. So if you have a plug, you open it, or a plug with 3 pins. So if you have a 3-pin plug, you can open it. It must be 3 pin because the earth wire is the pin that is on top. It's green in color. So it protects us from electrical shock. Okay, it protects us from electrical shock when the metal casing of an appliances come into contact with high voltage. So basically what this is about is when, let's say, some wire is loose, is touching the metal casing, and when we accidentally touch the metal part of the electronic appliances, it prevents the current from flowing through us. Instead, the current will flow through the earth wire back into the ground or the earth. So all of these, please copy down the previous page as well. Why is it important to reduce electrical wastage? Because Singapore depends heavily on fossil fuels that is imported from other country. That means we buy. Import means buy. And fossil fuel will be gone because it's non-renewable. And burning them actually causes pollution. That's why we need to reduce our wastage. So copy this down. because fossil fuels have to be purchased from other country, and once used, it cannot be reused, gone forever. It cannot be reused. And when we are using them, it causes pollution, which is why we need to reduce our wastage. So how can we reduce our wastage? This can be done by using energy saving lamp. Some of you might have seen this before. Energy saving lamp. Using natural light or ventilation. Ventilation means window rather than fan. Electrical fan instead of air conditioning. Appliances which are energy efficient. You might see this paste on your fridge or some other fan or other electronic appliances. And electronic appliances that use a lot of energy, such as our air conditioning, you need to reduce the time that we use them.